The TSX Composite Index was up 149.35 points or 0.72% to close at 20,778.8. The TSX is on high-octane rally. It is a day of rising tide which lifts all boats. Volume was up, with total of shares traded crossing well over the 300,000 mark. The TSX total sessions volume exceeds 300 million on only about 20 or fewer times a year. On November the 30th, the total volume of shares traded on the TSX was 397,333,633. Prior to that date, the last time the TSX market's daily volume exceeded 300 million was on September the 15th, when the volume was 511,260,451. The market performance and market's gain was broad-based today. 8 of the 10 major sectors were up. Technology with 2.11% gain was the top performer, and industrials had the smallest of the sectors, ending the session in green. Financials gained 1.19% as all the big 5 banks gained over 1.5% today. Basic materials gained 1.15%. Utilities gained 0.55% and energy gained 0.34%. Telecommunications services and durable consumer goods and services declining -1.82% and -3.46% were the only 2 sectors on the TSX to decline at today's market session. Hotels, motels and cruise lines with 9.68% gain was the top gaining industry today. Computer hardware followed with 6.12% gain. Retail, apparel and accessories gained 6.1%. Leisure products gained 6.07%, and auto truck motorcycles parts gained 5.66%.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed up 158.11 points, or 0.43%, to close at 37,248.35. The Standard & Poor's 500 was up 12.46 points, or 0.26%, to close at 4,719.55. The Nasdaq Composite gained 27.59 points, or 0.19%, to close at 14,761.56. All the indexes gained with strong volumes. Volume was up a whopping 19.33% on the Nasdaq and even higher increase of 24.69% on the NYSE. On the Nasdaq, the advancers outnumbered decliners by a ratio of 5 advancers for every 2 decliners. There were 3,135 advancers to 1,269 decliners, with 299 unchanged. The bullish trend remains very much alive and dominant. The market outlook remains uptrend positive. 10-year Treasury yield fell 10 basis points to 3.93%. It is a good sign for the economy when the 10-year yield below 4%. It is the first the yield has been fallen below 4% level in 4 months. The 2-year Treasury yield dropped 8 basis points to 4.4% today, its lowest level in 9 months.
Super microcomputers climbed up, advancing towards the $300 mark. The stock has always turned back a few points below that mark. $300 remains a resistance level for the stock. Rivian Automotive was up 13% today. The stock still has ways to go but is worth keeping an eye on. The company is part of Amazon's holdings. The banks are the group to keep an eye on, especially regional banks in the U.S. Western Alliance Bancorp was up 9% today on good volume. The big story today is the Canadian Big 5 banks. Each of the big banks gained over 1.5% today. Royal Bank climbed back up above $130 today after several months.